Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Vintage Story, the Skalds of Vintara. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing great. Been doing a lot of resource collecting here in the last couple of episodes, and we finally need to do some building. So we have in our inventory a lot of materials that we will need for building here today, and we are going to be building in this area here. So I have laid out the footprint of this glass shop that we are going to be building. Now it's going to sell a few things more than just glass, but also I think we are going to make our house, at least temporarily, in the upper floor of this, which I think would be pretty cool. But before we get going on building that, I wanted to take a look around at some of the other things that have been being built here. So obviously I have not been able to be on as much as I would have liked. And so a lot of the other people are getting a lot of things taken care of. So this is Apache's place here. He has got some really nice appearance to the buildings here. He's also set up a massive tree farm back here because he has got a wood shop going on. Now next to his house is his warehouse. So this here is what he has got for his warehouse, and I see some open spots in the roof. Yeah, that's not ideal. I guess it's okay though. But then he has these chiseled blocks, and my gosh, he is just going all out on these chiseled blocks. It is absolutely amazing, and inside it's even more so, as he has all of these labeled chests, and I'm afraid to know how much charcoal it took to label all of those. Awful lot of stuff going on there. But over here is his little shop. So he's got all of the various log types for sale, as well as chests and ladders currently. And the prices are listed up here. It says wanted items, pay what you feel is appropriate, rusty gears, beeswax, flax twine, quick lime, stones, flint, copper, and aged wood. So yes, we have quite a bit of that stuff, and we will have to be taking advantage of this store. And the Forestry Commission, 100% organic stock. I think that's great. Now over here is Ashanti and Copy Girl's place, and Ashcop. Okay, but they have been doing a bunch of work as well. So they have this path that leads up onto the top of this hill, and it is rather annoying how slabs and stairs work for walking, but they do work. And so up here at the top, we can see their house starting to take shape, and we've got the granite cobble skull with the candle on it, and coming out on the balcony we can look over the village, and we can see their beehives down here that they've got going. Behind this tree is their garden, and out the back side here, and they have the shell there. We can't see it from here. So we'll kind of pop over here on this side, and there used to be a spot of peat down there. Now that peat has been completely mined out and stacked up in a pile here, and they decided to just use the hole for an animal pen. Seems like a good use for it if you ask me. So yes, there's a bunch of stuff been being built. Now I know that Nadley decided to go over closer to spawn, and I don't think Wanderer has really been on since the group recording last week. So hopefully he can get back on here sometime this weekend. That would be awesome. But we are ready to start doing our building here. So we have the oak framework laid out here, and this is going to take a lot of oak as well as a lot of other materials. But to start out with, we are going to dig a whole bunch of dirt out of this, because we need to start placing down a foundation and just a touch of decoration to start out with here. So I'm going to dig out a whole bunch of this, and I will do the rest of this off camera. But so we're going to dig all the way around the building like that. Now we're going to place cob back in between the pillars. Now this is essentially a dirt that will not spread grass. You make it by combining a little bit of dirt and some dry grass. And yeah, it'll just sit here, and it doesn't look great, but it definitely doesn't look horrible. But then we are going to go ahead and place some red currant bushes on top of these. This is just going to make this look a little bit nicer, and I think it'll be well worth it. Then around the exterior of the building, we are going to completely line the entire thing, with the exception of our entrance, which is going to be right here, with stone bricks. And this spot here, we're actually going to bring the stone bricks in closer. And so that's what we're going to have for that. Now in the corners, well actually around this entire thing, we are going to be putting oak fences. Now these corners here will not have fences. We will have fences here and across the front of this. And hopefully that'll keep the raccoons off of our berries. So that'll be good. Now across the back of this, we are going to start placing cobblestone. So yeah, we're going to have cobblestone going around here, and this will make for kind of an interesting looking build. I've already built the majority of this in creative. I at least did the front edge of it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and build this up 4 layers high. And then, like I like to do, I am going to put some stairs in the top of this window frame. So we're going to come over here, we'll grab some stairs, and of course we picked up the dirt right away, and we're going to place these stairs upside down here, and that is going to be where, oh, and I already screwed up, but that is where we're going to have our window. So what I screwed up on is this bottom layer here is not supposed to be cobblestone. This bottom layer of the house, or shop, well I guess it's both, is supposed to be polished andesite stone. So, you know, we're not going cheap on any of the blocks here. We're going with nice, expensive blocks, keep everything really nice and looking good. You know, and then like this corner here, we'll go ahead and kind of dig this back a little, so that we've maximized our interior area. And so that's going to be that, and then we're going to place more logs coming up here, and give me just a second. I need to pull back up my preview image here, so we will be going all the way up to the top with our logs. And hey, we'll be able to pick up that dirt now, and you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just pick it up right away. And we didn't quite make it all the way over there. And so now, oh, and we are getting very hungry too, which I guess we could probably just grab some berries here and eat them. But so now we're starting to get an idea of what this is going to look like. We're still a long ways from done, but I am going to go around the entire building and put this in. And then we can come back and take a look at some stuff. But I guess before we go, let's go ahead and grab the stairs again. And we are going to be placing the stairs right there for the doorway. So above the doorway, there will be a space for some signs. And yeah, we still cannot center click to select a block. That works in creative, which is very nice, but it does not work in survival. And I know that was something that you couldn't do in Minecraft survival for a very long time as well. But so yes, we'll have space for some signs to go above the door, and I think this is going to look really nice. So let me get the exterior of this built, and I will see you guys after a little bit. Well, that's great. A medium temporal storm is approaching. So yeah, we may want to make sure that this area down here is safe. Go ahead and drop some torches down here too. We have been removing some of the peat here, and so we want to make sure that these are not full stacks. If they are full stacks, then I think that things might be able to spawn on them, and we do not want that. But while I am waiting for the temporal storm, there is something else that I desperately need to be working on, and that is shingles. So I've been using the fire clay shingles here on the town hall, but we are going to be using blue clay shingles on this one. So I'm going to grab a bit of this. Inventory is already packed, which is fine, I guess. So that should be plenty, but I'm going to start getting this, I'm going to start getting these shingles crafted together, and yeah, hopefully we'll be okay through the temporal storm. And in the meantime, I think, yeah, craft shingles, bake shingles, we should be good. Alright, see you guys after a little bit. What a dreary, dismal day this is. But I guess we need to keep building. So we are going to next put some trapdoors next to each window for shutters. And then we are going to grab some stairs. And above the trapdoors, we are going to put stairs like this. Now we are also going to put these in the areas where it is singles. And so I think that will really make this look nice. So then once again here we will put the trapdoors in, and yeah, that is what we've got there. Now we are going to start putting in our fences. So this one here we are actually going to run the fences up just because I think that looks a little nicer, and then all of these other areas we are going to get things like this. So on these will be all the way back, and then this one here is going to be like that. I ran out of red currant bushes. There's more of them over here, but I don't want to take the ones that have not produced berries lately, because yeah, food, always with the food. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go around here and place all of this stuff down. And yeah, we've got dinging in Discord. May have to check that out. And yeah, I'm going to go around and do this on the entire thing, and then I'll be back. So now that we have gotten our shutters and little buttress pieces here, I don't know if you'd call those a buttress or not, but now that we've got all those pieces in there, we are ready to continue on our way upward. So these logs are going to be placed in here. And there's probably a few places that the logs will end up being covered up, but I'm not really too concerned about it. I know that resources are not exactly cheap in this game, but at the same time, my time isn't really all that cheap either. So I would rather just use some extra resources here and make this look nice. So yes, we are going to go around the entire top edge here with logs. And then we are going to come back in here in a couple of small spots and add some oak planks, well, half slabs and stairs. And so we're going to add this one here, and this is going to kind of allow a small portion of the upper part of the house to stick out a little bit further. I think I am also going to do the same thing back there and make a bit of a balcony or something, or maybe I could put it out on one of these sides. I don't know. I almost feel like I should put it out on one of these sides so that we can come out here and look at Apache's place, and Ashanti and Copy Girl's place. I think that would be nice. We are going to have to get this little block of trees cut down. I may need the wood before this is all said and done. But then we are going to go ahead and start working our way up. And now we need these guys. So on the outside, I want these to be facing towards the center. So if we do this, and then this one will be up against there. And then we're going to put these two here. And you know what? I've already screwed that up. Because these are actually supposed to be out one block further. I had just said that. And I didn't do it anyway. But so yes, these are going to come out another block. And that will make it to where this looks a little bit nicer. And yeah, I know, wasting pickaxe to pick up those blocks. But we will be using 8 of each type of plaster at each one of these windows. And this one here needs to go that way. Then we go there, and then, oh wait, that's going to be the wrong way, isn't it? Yep. This one here needs to go up against the piece here. So if we place this here, now that should be facing the center. And then this one we will place there, and it should be facing the center. There we go. So yes, a bunch more of this stuff to take care of, and I gotta be really careful because it is a long way down to the ground now. So yes, I've got a bit more stuff to do here. I think, yeah, I'm gonna plan a balcony on that side, and we are going to have to put a few more of these types of window things up here in the upper floor. Now, of course, these are going to get filled with glass later on. But for now, we need to do the next part of this, which is starting in on some decoration and the roof. So I do have quite a few of these blue shingles fired up and ready to go, which is good because we're going to need them. So yeah, we didn't quite get an even amount there, and you know what, we're going to go ahead and eat here because food is important. And there we go. And then the other thing that I need is a little bit of dirt. So we're going to grab just a couple of pieces of dirt, and we'll get more of these later as time goes on. But so coming off of the front of this, we are going to go ahead and place 2 trapdoors here. And those will be used to hold up this dirt. So we're going to go ahead and place that here. And then we're going to come over here, and I think we want these like that. Yes. So that will give us a vertical slat on the trap door, which looks really nice when you put those up against dirt as a planter box. So if we look at that now, yes, that looks very nice. Very nice indeed. So, yeah, now I need to find some flowers, but I do need to get this oak all the way around here, figure out where I'm going to put more of these window sections, and like I said, go get some flowers. And yeah, there were some bees up there, but I'm not stealing someone else's flowers. So I do know there are some back in that direction, so I think I'm going to head off that way, see if I can get some flowers, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, this kind of stinks. I was out looking for the flowers, which I found, and I started coming back and I fell into a hole. So I decided I would come down into this cave and look around. I found some zinc higher up here, found some bioluminescent stuff up there too. Then I was down here and I found a dead end, and I'm like, that just stinks. And I turned around and I saw zinc right here, and then I saw a ruin. So yes, I think that was worth it. So we have some rusty gears, we have a forage vessel. Unfortunately, we do not have any inventory space. So what we may have to do is make ourselves a chest here, or 2 chests as it happens to be. And we'll just place a couple of things in here. So, I guess we could eat that. So let's see what's in here. Fireplate? Sticks? Okay. I mean, that's not horrible. Okay, so we'll go ahead and drop that fireplate off in there because the rusty gears are more important to us. Yes, and then some of the metal scraps, which we can trade with traders, which is really nice. And I think I'm going to dig this out, even though I'm pretty sure this is just one of those little itty bitty ruins that doesn't really have anything in it. But we'll dig this all out. And since I have this spot already marked on my map for the zinc, we should be able to pretty easily find this later on. But these aged wooden planks, I have a feeling they might end up being used as one of our currency items. So yeah, this is a pretty good find if you ask me. I'll probably take this first chest, move it out into the cave. That way it is easier to find. And yeah, when we come and get this zinc, we'll be able to grab all of this stuff. So that's pretty good. Alright, meet you guys back at the base. So I got back to the base, and as I was coming up here, I realized just how dark it is out here. So I think we are going to take the fat that we have here and these fired bowls. I'm going to go ahead and make some fat lamps because, yes, we need that really, really badly. So we're going to bring these out here, and along the pathway, we're going to just drop a few of these every once in a while to light this up. Now, I did kill a wolf out there in the area where I was getting the flowers, and so I have some fat that I left out there too. So really I'm gonna need to go back and get a little bit of the stuff that I left behind. But yes, I mean, these can be very easily repositioned and set around in various locations, but at least it will give us something to kind of illuminate the path a little. And ooh, thank you very much for that one. So yeah, at least now the path is a little bit illuminated, so as we're coming up here it's not pitch black. You know, that is very helpful. It will help to let people know where the village is as well, because I mean, I could not tell if it hadn't been for the lights on top of the hill up there by Ashantine's place. I would not have seen this. But also, if you look at the map here, oh my gosh, this is starting to look so cool. I love it. So yeah, well, I am going to clean out my inventory, and then I'm going to head back and grab the stuff that we left in the loot chest down at the ruin, as well as picking up the stuff that I left out where I was killing the wolf. So yeah, go get that taken care of. See you guys in a little bit. So I actually had a live stream here. I haven't live streamed for some time, but I had a live stream and I did a lot of resource collecting for clay and peat, and actually made a whole bunch of the blue clay shingles. And so I was able to get the roof of this completed now. And I have to say, this looks absolutely amazing. We still have not finished up all of the walls here yet. Still a little bit to be done there. Also, I got the planter boxes and things like that to add on the upper floor. But this is starting to look really good. I like it a lot. Now, Apache and I were together and we were discussing some things. First off, he did some chiseling on my roof for me and made the nice transition blocks between the two portions of roof. And we got to talking and figured that we need to put a chimney on this or two. And so I did a little bit of testing in creative, and I did come up with something where I am going to be using the andesite cobble to make the chimney stack itself, but we need the lit chimneys. And so because of that, I did go ahead and go into creative, and I made our first creative mode chest here. So we have lit chimneys here. The price is 1 unlit chimney and 32 firewood. So people can come in here and get these lit chimneys, and all that they need to do is drop in a regular unlit chimney and 32 firewood, and then every once in a while I'll have to come in here and just destroy the products that come in. So yeah, that is our first creative mode shop, basically. It fits right along with what we want to be able to do here, which is to really push the limits of our building abilities, which I have to say, having Apache and Copy Girl and Ashanti building right next to me definitely is going to push me to be going harder than I do normally. Now, another thing that we did in the live stream was to make a cellar here in the town hall. So I was doing some hunting to get more oil, or well, more fat for the oil lamps. And so I ended up with over a stack of red meat, and I decided I better do something with it. And so I went ahead and made a whole bunch of the empty crocks and then made tons of red meat stew. And all of this stuff has a fairly long shelf life. I also made a little bit of porridge to use up some of the stuff that we had. We had a whole bunch of grain, and as you can see, tons of soybeans here. So yeah, we need to be making sure that we use all of this food up before it spoils. But I thought that was a pretty good little idea. Get the town hall having that, and in all actuality, this needs to come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and break that out. We're gonna move this torch holder over here and put that in there. And so there we go. That should make that look a little bit nicer. Apache had already done some work in here to try to clean this up, and I was talking with him. We would kind of like to see this town hall be more of a community build, you know, where everyone puts in their own little tidbits of things for it. But yes, I figured out a way to make the shingles a lot easier, so we should be able to get the rest of our shingles to finish out the roof on this thing. And from there, you know, people can really start letting the creativity flow and get things going. So yes, that is where we're at, and I am very happy with how this has turned out. Now, one thing you probably saw it here, the absolutely massive pile of peat that we have here. So I cleared out a couple of peat deposits out to the northeast of the spawn area here, and it actually, yeah, it brought back a lot of peat. So I think yeah, these are 2 stacks deep here, and these fill in this back corner here. But also, this was clear out to this level when I first brought it in here, but I cooked up tons and tons of shingles. I had over 2 lines of the cooked blue shingles here, and we just used tons of them to finish out the roof. But I will be doing the same with the fire clay shingles so that we can get those up here on the town hall. And also, we're going to try to sell those. Just got to kind of figure out what we want for the price. And one thing that I will say is Apache's idea over here on his forestry shop, I kind of like that idea right now because we don't know what the economy really should be running on. But so he has said, these are the wanted items and pay what you feel is appropriate. Rusty gears, beeswax, flax twine, quicklime, stones, which would be raw stones. Thought I had some in my inventory, I guess not. Flint, copper, and aged wood. So yes, all of those are items that are a little bit harder to get, and so it kind of makes sense. And yeah, I will be making use of this shop very heavily. Now, I didn't need to on this build simply because I cleared out that huge area of oak trees that was here in the middle, but I do have to say that the looking out from the balcony here, you know, this is beautiful. You know, we see Apache's builds, we see Ashanti and Copy Girl's builds, and that is wonderful. Now, I also set my respawn point up here because I got 3 more temporal gears during the live stream. So I've used 1, we had 4, and we still have 3 left. So that's really nice. But I do think we want to run up here to Ashanti and Copy Girl's place, Ashcop. We want to run up here and take a look at what this looks like from their place, because this is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna pop up here real quick, and they got kind of a windy path here, which I think is really cool. want to try to avoid some of those straight lines if ever possible. And so when we look out from their balcony, this is starting to look really nice. Now, I will be putting a chimney on my house / shop there because, yeah, it just feels wrong not having the chimney on that. And I did a little bit of work in creative and found out the andesite bricks don't really look too good. Really, we want the andesite cobble there, mainly because the bricks just make too repetitive of a pattern. Primarily because we want to chisel those down just a little bit and make the chimney a little bit thinner. So if we look at Apache's chimney here, it is a full block wide, and the lit chimney is actually a little bit narrower. And so I found out that taking a 2x2 chisel off of both faces of the chimney just makes it look a lot better. And I might actually put 2 chimneys on this thing. I don't know, I'll have to see how things look up there. But yes, definitely got some progress. We're starting to get the stuff together. And in the next episode, hopefully we can actually start getting the glass that we need for that, because we are out of time for this one. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what we've been working on or anything that you would like to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments. Be sure to check out the other members of the server. Links are down in the description, and I will see you next time. Bye!